doing this with relatively no pattern experience or too much thought.
Welcome to Tiffy Tries, 1 month, 1 mission. Every month, I take on a new challenge, push my limits, and learn something new. Join me as we dive into the adventure together.
This is the current state of my temporary work area, and as you can see, it is chaos because I've been doing several things, and it's time to clean this up. There we go. So this next project is a project I'm doing for my daughter, and it consists of a handbag, a coin purse, and a chapstick holder. This is the book that she wants a bag for so she can run around hands-free. And this is the bag that I made for myself a while back. And so we're going to make something very similar for her. And so let's get started. So there's just scuff on this side, and this side I don't want to use because I don't want to. Not perfect. So we're going to go right in the middle between these two. Last time I didn't pay attention, and there's a mark like this on a quiver that I made for my friend, and it really made me angry. So this time we're going to be a little more picky, a little bit more selective about what leather we're going to use. So the things that we're going to do different is that this side I'm going to keep attached. I'm not going to cut out, so we're going to have to finagle that a little bit. Okay, and because I refuse to buy a pattern, I am doing this a rough sketch. Again, I'm going to fold the sides in to try and minimize lacing. I'm using just like one of these for sewing, and I thought it'd be a good idea until I can't really get it off. So maybe I won't do that in the future. I don't know. Maybe we'll see what happens. Since I don't trust myself, I'm going to use scissors. So here we go. Okay, one of the things I don't really like about mine is that I did not account for the thickness of the bag when I rolled this over when I was designing this. I didn't count for this thickness. I'm doing this with relatively no pattern experience or too much thought. I think I'm going to mess up a little bit on these sides because I've not done before. So I'm going to give myself a little bit more room. So I'm just going to cut it a little thick on the sides and on top to see, just in case I'm doing something that needs a little bit of adjustment. Yeah. Last time I forgot to bevel edges, so I'm just going to do that now. Oh, beveling the edges. Bevel the edges. Bevel the edges. Up all the edges. No, really. After I decided what the pattern was for the bag, I cut it out and beveled the edges. I put lacing holes in and got to work deciding what kind of leaf I wanted. On this, I just freehanded some patterns, and now I'm going to cut them. I use a hand leather knife to carve in the veins for the leaf, and then I use leather dye to just dye the leather the color that I wanted. Yeah, you should probably wear gloves with this stuff. I don't think this stuff is considered toxic, very toxic, but some of this stuff is toxic. So I'm going to show you a little bit what I got done yesterday. I installed this piece here to make this more sturdy. I glued it together and installed the clasp here. I ended up sewing this together. I'm not sure if I showed any of it, but I cut a hole and slipped this through and I put a D-ring on it on both sides and made these straps with snaps. And the idea is that if you want to get rid of this, you can get rid of it. If you want to take this off entirely and put a different kind of contraption on there, you can. It just gives flexibility. So I used the Dremel. I cleaned up the edges. Still needs a little bit of work, but for the most part, it looks a lot better. Here is the final product with a strap. I think it looks really, really nice. For the next project that I'm about to show you, I took like zero video for it, and I do plan on creating a better template and maybe another video on the product. I wanted to do like maybe a practice piece, and then I decided that I was not going to do another version of this, and this was going to be my final version. I intend on creating some kind of SketchUp pattern for this, but it really is just an acorn shaped coin purse that I sewed a zipper onto. Now this project challenged me in so many ways beyond what I've already been challenged with leather. I am still relatively new to working with leather, and I as you can see in this product, that it's so many errors, and I knocked over a bottle of dye, and I was so frustrated. This is the final product here with the bag, and we have one more project after this. So I'm done with the bag and the Acorn coin purse. And right now I need to make another one to clip here. That's going to be a chapstick holder. And I'm thinking between a butterfly and a mouse. Oh, I've got my chapstick, and I'm going to start sizing like how big I want this. And like always, I'm running out of storage. So probably the next time you see this project, it will be a little further done. But these are the two pieces I'm going to cut out of this piece, and I'm going to sew them together and probably stain them and then see what we got. At this point in this trifecta, I was really, really tired of working with leather, and I'm not exactly proud or happy of the way it looks. I think I'm going to modify it a little bit and probably try and do it again, but I was limited on dye, limited on time, and this is what it turned out to be. I still think it's pretty cute, and the final result of the three of them together is freaking adorable, and it's versatile. You can wear it on a belt, you can wear them separately. I'm pretty proud of it, and my daughter loves it. So now my project for next week is going to be even more challenging, and I gotta delete the storage in my phone so I have more storage room so I can videotape what's gonna happen. It's gonna be insane in my opinion. I think I'm nuts for even attempting another trifecta, and we'll see what happens. It's gonna be as adorable, and I'm super excited. So see you next time.